to kiwiradio.nz, your favorite weekly showcase of tunes from down under. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m, live here on kiwiradio.nz, as well as simulcast on rpfm.co.nz. This week, we have returning hero Pariana with some new tracks. And also, we have Jack Bromwich joining us on the second half of the show with an exclusive for the podcast. That's right. It's not available anywhere else on the internet. We've been promised we get first dibs on the matter. Pariana will be joining us straight after this first track. It's a song that he wrote called Escape. Hope you enjoy it. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very, very soon with our guest who is waiting very patiently on the phone right now. You're listening to Kiwi Radio. Oh yeah, let's get going.
The sky is gonna fall, rain's coming down, flood is gonna sweep from the town. Out see it flows, you rhythm sea, turn by the tide to land at our feet. Calling all birds, calling all fish in the sea, escape where you can. Beware what you eat. Well, I've been waiting on a chain set to anchor me. Think I might have dragged some harder than the lead. Time to move along from the crowded bay. Set up at the cliffs. Live another day. Calling all birds, calling all fish in the sea. Escape while you can. Beware what you eat. I talk to the birds who lie dead on the shore, and those in the water. They're telling me to score, while underneath the food is all gone down, covered by the silt, the dirt from the town. No, where the waterfall was, sky fell over, rain washed down. Escape while you can. Beware what you eat. Beware what you eat.
A great start to the evening. Pariana, really cool how I met him. I was at my brother's stag do. He was the captain of the ship. We were sailing the seas, and little did I know that our captain was an amazing guitarist, probably one of my favorite nylon acoustic guitarists of New Zealand right now. He's on the phone. Escape with us this winter with some cool New Zealand tunes. Pariana, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, Ralphie. How are you?
Now, very good, thanks. For those that don't know what Pariana means, it basically is Brian in Maori. But tell us, you've been making some cool tracks. That last track that we just heard, Escape, how did you come about writing that one?
We were stuck out in the Coromandel when the floods were coming down in January. So I just finished accepting a master track of the previous song, and then the kind of heavens opened up, and we got stuck there for 5 days on the boat.
Whoa,
So
okay.
it really was to write a song. And then another flood happened, which was the big Auckland flood, and that's when I got a lot of the inspiration from to carry it on.
Now you're quite, you've been in many sailing trips. So I'm guessing while you were stuck, you were prepared with food, drink, and everything like that.
Oh yes, yeah. Normally it's like a big caravan, mate, on the water.
Yeah, right. Okay, I didn't think of it that way. But was that the first time that you were stranded for a couple of days?
No, it's not been the first time, but it's probably been the longest time. I think we had to wait about 4 or 5 days before we could cross Thames
Whoa.
to come back to Auckland, because the seas were so big that even the workboats wouldn't go out and lift the mussels. So the day they started coming back, we felt their wakes, and that was the time to move. Get back.
Now, I'm always glad when you do release new music because it's just such a good vibe. Tell us about this new song that you've released. It's called Left in the Field.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was struggling. Each song that you do, I don't know if you find this, but each song you do, you want to better the next one, or just try and increase something. And I just kind of, you get stuck. Even now, I've got 3 projects on the go, and I cannot, I'm just waiting for the right lyric or something that will drop and say, yes, I'm happy with that. And Left in the Field, I was just struggling. Well, what can I write? I got this great progression, chord progression that I had got. I really wanted, everything was right. What could I write about? And we were watching Jack Ryan on Amazon, Prime Amazon. And I just thought, it's typical. Americans like their heroes. All their heroes are called Jack. They always seem to be stuck in the field.
I'm going to have to remember that.
Was the start of it.
I'm going to have to watch out for the heroes called Jack next time I'm watching the next feature film.
Preacher, everyone there seems to be called Jack. All these things. So I said that would be just, I always write about this series. And if you listen to the song and then go to Amazon Prime and then go and watch the whole series, you go, actually, I can relate to it a bit better, because I was a bit slacked off with the introduction, because it's a famous writer by the name of Tom Clancy wrote the books, and that they can be quite technical in some aspects, but I just thought, I just needed a better intro for me. That's what it's about.
You've intrigued me, and I've looked up the description of the name Jack, and it's basically, mostly common in the English language, obviously, English-speaking countries, but it's linked to the word as a metaphor for a common man. So I'm wondering, maybe they use it for a reason.
Yeah, well, he is a kind of he works for the CIA, and he's got a hand, and the song is also about being stuck in the field, and the hand is trying to talk to Jack about it.
When do you call back that we met that interesting day when I was at my brother's stag do? Was that about a year ago?
Oh, about a year and a half.
Okay.
COVID, I think.
Because I know this would be probably like your 3rd time on the podcast, and you're constant, and I'm not complaining, it's really great, but you're very, very creative, actually. I was quite surprised, but every song you put your heart and soul in, and like you say, you're trying to get better each time, but I'm just, very blessed to be following you in terms of music, because I'm really enjoying the output. So all I want to say
Oh,
is congratulations on, because I've interviewed many guests now, and there's no one quite like yourself in terms of how you play acoustic guitar. We've also had Luke Hurley on the show, which is probably one of the other best sort of instrumentalists on the guitar, but he's kind of more folk. But I've never quite heard someone that has that Spanish influence, I guess. And why do you think that the Spanish sound is really dominant in your music? Where does that come from?
Well, I used to play a lot in cover bands, Kiwi rock mainly, cover bands, and a lot of blues as well that would come out in there. And I think it basically comes down from that, but that bluesy type of thing, and all of those kind of progressions and chords, they actually come from the classical guitar. For me, I think it's probably to do with whether I just like playing the filtered way of playing leads and letting them fall, give them a bit of space. That really intrigues me, and the fact that I have been to Spain, and I really wanted to go back there and do practice flamenco, but when COVID came, that knocked it all out the ball. So
Yeah, fair call.
With a half-hearted way of playing the proper stuff, but a lot of my influences come from people like Antonio Ray, who was 2020 best flamenco guitarist, and from my mind, I think he's probably one of the best too. Vicente Amigo is another one. They're all maestros in their own thing, and you find that you go and listen to them, you get a lot of kind of inspiration. Oh, well, that really sounds good. Take it off them because they play something good. You'll only be able to play half.
Absolutely. My time in Spain, I was there for a few days. I just remember paella. Is it what it's called with the seafood?
Paella?
Yep. And also the fact that they have clubs by the beach. So I've got really good memories of Spain myself. What about you? What sort of tell us a story about your love of Spain or something that's interesting that's happened there? Maybe I don't know. Did you play there much in terms of music?
I went to a music festival by a guitar and played. She just tuned the guitar right here, and I was with a mate, we both looked at each other and just kind of wanted to walk out because we were so like downtrodden with what we know. But when I went to Seville, we went to a concert there, and that was every year they have a concert of the best dancers in flamenco, and then they go and show it in their big museum right in the middle. And the night we arrived, the lady who Airbnb was said, "Hey, I belong to this kind of like a folk club, a flamenco club, and if you want, the tickets are available for $25. You can go see the best in Spain," and that's what we did. I think that's what nailed me. And then everywhere we went, Valencia, and further north, I went to Barcelona to try and look for just the little bars or something, and someone would be playing. Or in Cuenca, there's a nice castle, there'd be an old man at the front busking, same again. And that really just intrigued me, that you didn't need much to do it. And you could use the natural kind of castle, the caves, to get your own reverbs and stuff. And that kind of changed me from electric to acoustic to nylon.
Yeah.
And the nylon has a deeper feel, and just trying to play a bit better than what I hear play. And that's how it started. And so when I started recording the first song, it was soulful, as you can see. That was my main aim was that. Bring it out. And I must admit, Ralphie, I'm sorry. You text me about coming to play on Instagram, and I don't have notifications on Instagram, and I missed it last year.
Well, it all comes swings and
roundabouts. If you ever want to
roundabouts.
collaborate, you're more than welcome to come down and do a song or something.
Yeah. Well, the only
No,
trick for me now
right.
is the great thing about being able to do a weekly podcast is I can literally be at home. Like it's so convenient, especially with a young child. It's just a little bit difficult at his age at the moment, but he will grow up at some point, and I will have a life again. My wife
No,
keeps
well,
my
I
wife
mean,
my
exactly. I've been through that too.
Yeah. My wife promises me I will have a life again at some point, and like I just got to concentrate on real basic stuff like sleep. So, but yeah, one day, and I'm hoping he actually gets into music myself. Like I
But,
remember I started music lessons at 7 years old, and I was like, okay, well, I'll introduce my son to piano at 7, maybe teach him a tutorial or two. But I was told like even 3 he could start, but he's actually 2 now. So maybe do you reckon I should try next year? And
I'd give them a pair of drums and let them get the rhythm.
pair of drums. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, well, no, I would probably annoy you, but make them muffled drums.
He
Or
actually
one.
because I'm the type of person like subconsciously I'll start beatboxing for no reason, like I'll just have a song, and I think
Yep.
he's found that out. So when he's having his nighttime bottle, he actually kind of does all these clicking noises, but I notice it's repetitive, so it is actually musical. So
Yeah.
it's not just a tick or anything,
Oh,
but yeah,
definitely.
drums, yeah, percussion, rhythm.
Yeah.
Now it's
You probably
interesting what
find him 6 years away, but he's probably recording at 6 years old.
yeah. Hey, so it's really interesting from a recording aspect as an audio engineer. I found it interesting when you mentioned even like just the sound of caves, for example, that really inspired you. Have you been playing around with environments as such in your recordings? Like, I don't know, maybe you put, 2 microphones out to sea, like, pointing in the waves, that kind of thing. And, have you been kind of experimenting with that?
Yeah, I went down to a place called Billy Goat Point, and I was going to put it in left in the field. And I spent a day there with a drone and kind of played around and then found these bouncing rocks. It was quite interesting playing. But as you probably know, you can sample them, but not. I only had my phone. Not a very good capturing camera for a mic. So that's been one of the things. One of the other ones I've always wanted to do is because the boat's named Rico, I've always wanted to go back up to the caves and go and play in there. Because that's the biggest southern hemisphere cave in the world, and they actually had a Japanese submarine in the war.
Oh, wow.
Started up in the days. So that would be a great one to go and just go in the boat and record in there would be fantastic. Like just something like that, yeah. But I might have to get some EV permission there. I think I'm not sure.
If you want to check out Pariana's music, I guess the 2 recommendations I can point you at would be his youtube.com/Pariana, which is spelled Papa Alpha Romeo Alpha Echo Alpha November Alpha. And also, I guess your Instagram, which is exactly the same, Pariana, but with an underscore at the end there. And look,
I'm not that good at Instagram though, but I'm going to because I now have a more of a studio that I can probably film it.
I've been really productive as such because with being a father and that I've this documentary popped up about like kids being addicted to screen and stuff like that. So I've always had that in mind. But when I am using social media, I even time myself. Like I'll just go there for 10 minutes max a day. Even my emails, we're getting a lot of emails now for Kiwi Radio, which is excellent. And someone once told me, you don't have to reply to every email. So, I might reply to 3 out of 50 kind of thing. So it's been a real challenge, but it's been real fun hosting the show. And I'm glad we've got such a rich and vibrant creative community here. And like I said, Pariana is a golden nugget as such because I've never quite heard anyone else like what you're doing right now musically. I've never kind of come across that at all, and it's real cool. And you've got some really modern production behind the Spanish acoustic guitar as well, because when you think, flamenco music and stuff, it's all quite traditional. But I like the fact that you've made your record sound quite modern with like modern drums and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's really fun.
You left in the field. I've gone electric, and I'll
Cool.
probably this next one I'll be electric mixture.
Now, any shout outs with this new recording? So this is brand new. We'll play it now. Left in the Field. How long has it been out?
I think since July 16th. It might be June. I don't know. See, time goes fast. I try and make a song, as much as I can. So now I've got 3 on the go. If I can do them fast, release them, not one after the other, but just a little break between. So Left in the Field, I think it has been out for a month.
What are you doing in terms of, like, you said you're always trying to get better with your next recording and stuff. What's your routine for maybe learning new music theory and stuff? And oh my goodness, I just looked at, by the way, I've got distracted. This is probably one of the most popular episodes we've had this week. We've got 48 unique listeners right now. 48. That's insane. Normally we have a dozen, but hello to United Kingdom listening in right now. Also, hello to Santa Clara in USA. And if we head over, most of our listeners, like 80% of them are listening from Auckland, Wellington, and Invercargill. So it's good to have a local support here. And Pariana, you were going to say something. I didn't want to interrupt. I got sidetracked.
Oh, I've forgotten what we're talking about.
I just had this visual moment.
Oh,
like,
how do I get inspiration for new songs? That's what you asked me.
Yeah. Where do you get that inspiration? Because it feels like the muse is really blessing you right now. Do you think it's because you have time to think when you're out in the sea? And I find that helps maybe?
My last few, June has been a really bad month for being on the sea. So
really,
May was the worst I've had for 20 years.
In what way? Sorry, weather,
continual rain and weather.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then in fact, I had to deliver a boat to Picton, but on the fine weather. So the only fine weather I had was go down to Picton, and then come back rain. So I had to really change my job to maintenance. And so for the past month, I decided, I'll scratch this bit of paint that looks peeling off. And it became a bit deeper. And now I had to replace the whole rock in the boat, just not in the hull, but just in the on top of the wheelhouse and stuff, which takes a lot of time. And then you go around the boat, you go, I better do this, better do that. So I put my earmuffs on, and quite often I'll go to audiobooks. I'll listen to audiobooks while I'm working.
That's a good idea. Yep.
And the songwriter, just if anyone's a songwriter or whatever, would all listen to other songwriters or songwriters on YouTube or how-tos, and they're really good. Break up the day, and they'll give you different ideas of how to do it. How to prod free writing, blah blah.
Yeah.
Slam, rhymes, stuff like that. And each time you increase a little bit, and you go, I'll try and put that in if I can.
I also really like I like books as inspiration, whether it's audiobook or physical books as well, because I find that if you read like a sentence or even a word, it can really send you down like a creative path. And you're very talented, I have to say. Big fan, and everyone should check out Pariana. Again, that's basically Maori for Brian, but if you need that spelling again for Instagram or YouTube, check out Pariana, Paraeana. Tell him that you heard him on Kiwi Radio. He's got all sorts of songs out already. We've heard Escape. We're about to hear Left in the Field, but also check out his other releases like Time and, all the other stuff there on his channel. It's really good. So yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. Please keep me in the loop. I'll try and remember that you're not much of an Instagram person. I personally am not either, but you can always reach me via phone. email is the best thing, I think, because emails are really good to do. Like it's all there. So if I ever see a message, and also when I do get an email, it comes up on my phone. But if I see anything from you, you're kind of like in the VIP section because I'm always interested in what you're doing next. So it means,
I didn't support your radio. I just didn't know. I looked at the website and there's all these other radio things on it. I didn't quite know. It's quite a new website too, isn't it?
Yeah, so we pretty much opened, like I've been doing the radio gig for quite some time. We're simulcast on Up FM right now as well. So upfm.co.nz. Up FM used to be an FM station, but over there in Simon Street, Newton Road. But they've gone digital as well. So I've been doing the radio thing for ages, and even in my Up FM days, I've been doing the Kiwi music show for quite some time. And then I guess after the lockdowns, I had some time to think, and I was like, I really, would love to get back to Kiwi radio. There's no real like Kiwi stations. Like, let's just make one online. And I'm pleasantly surprised how well it's doing. And like I said, our inbox is being hammered to a point that I really need to like hire 2 other people, but where do the funds come from, right? So, but I will get to everyone's emails, and it's I make an effort. And one day when my son's a little bit older, maybe I can invest a bit more time. And I do make an effort to see people's gigs as well. Sometimes I film them at the gigs and interview them at the gigs. Speaking of gigs,
cool. I'll let you know. I've got some that we're planning, but I'm just trying to interview a drummer and got some bass players.
Yeah. Because I love seeing live music. I absolutely do. I really miss doing that. And so, if anyone's doing a gig in Auckland, hit me up. But Pariana, thank you so much for the plug. You're really easy to talk to, even though it's a 2-song set. I just love catching up with you, really. And I hope you all the best, and keep writing, keep listening to those audiobooks, and making some great hits as you do. Well, we're gonna don't go anywhere if you're still listening. We do also have Jack Bromwich doing a 4-song set today, one exclusive as well, never been heard anywhere else. Pariana, thank you so much. Stay cool, stay creative. Okay, we're gonna play your song right now.
Thank you very much, Ralph. Yes.
All right, well that's a great phone call from an awesome Kiwi artist. Pariana, check him out. You're listening to KiwiRadio.nz.
Wait a minute, Jane. No need to be a hero. Just talk to me, come on, man. Is that stat 50? There always gotta be one left in the field. Got to find a way to keep it all together. When eyes on your tail, just make the target pay. You always gotta be the one left in the field. No. Always gotta be one left in the field. Any type of weather, no matter what the hour, just call me, you got my number. I'll be there for you on time. You always got to be The one left in the field. No, you always gotta be the one left in the field. No. Always got to be no, the one left in the field. You always got to be no, the one left in the field. No. Oh no.
Thank you to our first guest, Pariana, opening the show. That's his track, Left in the Field, and you're listening to KiwiRadio.nz. Live right now, it is 20 minutes to 8 p.m., 1st of August, 2023. Welcome to episode 89 of our weekly Kiwi Music Showcase. Up next, we have a very talented musician called Jack Bromwich, very brand new to the show, so give him a big warm welcome. All 60 unique listeners right now. I can't believe the stats today. It's amazing. Jack, welcome to the show.
All right, thanks very much for having me.
Now, that's quite the accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Manchester.
Manchester, all the way from UK. When did you come to New Zealand?
Oh, I moved here in 2008.
Cool. Hey, tell us, what's the difference between Manchester music scene and Auckland? Oh, wait, where are you? Where are you in New Zealand? I presumed Auckland.
I'm in Auckland at the moment.
Oh, okay, cool.
At uni here. But I don't know. I think I've only really known the Auckland, the New Zealand music scene just because I've lived here since I was 4, because I was only quite young when I moved over.
Mm-hmm. So,
but
New Zealand's your home, really. You're a Kiwi with a strong England accent.
Pretty much, yeah. You could say that. I've pretty much been grounded in the Kiwi ways.
Yeah, for sure. Now, tell us, who are you? What do you do?
I'm Bromwich. I've been playing guitar for since I was quite young, and just found a real enjoyment from writing songs. I feel like it's just such a great an escape from reality almost, just getting down with the guitar, writing something, even if it's something crap, just getting something down. And just, I feel like that's such great release of emotion.
Absolutely. Music is, out of all the art forms, the one that relates to the most people,
Absolutely, yeah.
If you were to look at other art forms like maybe painting or contemporary dance, it's actually been studied that music is the one that hits home. Why do you think that is?
I just feel like it's quite accessible. I think if you look at art, it can be interpreted in lots of different ways just straight off the bat. But I think with music, it's just, even if you don't get the deeper themes within the song, you can say, oh, that sounds really cool. I really like this element of the song. I love this guitar solo or the drums. I guess it just makes it sound a bit more, a lot more people can relate to it.
Yeah, and there's so much music out there that I love that's not even in English. It could be in Japanese.
Yeah.
I really like French in music for some reason. that kind of thing. I have no idea what they're saying, but I still really like the music, how it's sung. It still really hits me. Now, I've been trolling your social media, which is on Instagram, Jack Bromwich Music. Now, it seems you are trying to get the attention of one of my favorite bands, Radiohead. Have they reached out?
Oh, unfortunately not. But we stay on the grind every day. You know, one day we'll open for them in Auckland.
Now, this is a true story. Okay, while I was doing an OE over in the UK, I had two
Yeah.
instances of Radiohead. One was one of my jobs, like, part-time jobs, was basically to call a bunch of people and try and get them to donate to good causes. And I
Yeah.
kid you not, on my computer screen, up came the name Colin Greenwood, who's the bassist of
way. Oh.
Radiohead. He sounded like him. I don't know if it was just an English accent, but
Yeah.
and it, by the stats of it, yeah, he was kind of located in where he should be. So I was pretty sure it was him, but he didn't donate that day. But also, I was doing a banquet because I joined a waitering agency again, just to try and gain some coin, and I actually managed to dish out a bunch of food to a lot of celebs. But one of those celebs would be someone from Atoms for Peace. Now, I think it was the producer, Nigel. Yeah, it was Nigel Godrich.
Yeah.
And I kind of
He's such a great producer. Yeah.
I kind of just looked at him and he looked at me. Now, obviously, he probably gets a lot of looks. So he knew that I was looking at him because I recognized him, but I didn't say anything. Should I have? I don't know. Maybe I should have told him about Jack Bromwich then.
Hopefully, would have been cool.
I need to get a time machine, travel back to that moment.
Absolutely.
Are there elements of Radiohead in your music? Why were you trying to reach out to them?
I don't know. I stumbled across them from a drummer in an old band of mine back when I lived in Wellington, and I just he got me onto their music, and there's just something about it. I think just how honest they were. They stayed really true to what they wanted in their music, and they kind of showed, especially when they moved from OK Computer to Kid A, how they just didn't really care about what the audience thought. They wanted to do what they want, with their music, which I just found so admirable. Because to have the balls to do something so different to what made you so popular, I just think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Let's get straight to your music, and let's open with the first track, If I Try. We're a storytelling podcast, so tell us about the song.
Oh, I wrote If I Try last year. It's kind of, it's a hopeful song, It's about trying to feel better about, a bad situation, trying to find a bit of peace of mind in, the relationships that you have at that time, and just trying to get your mind away from a bad place, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's listen to some music and we'll get back to the interview mode. You're tuned into Kiwi Radio. Up next is Jack Bromwich. Quarter to 8 p.m. KiwiRadio.nz, hosted by yours truly, Jack Bromwich, doing a 4-song set. At the very end of it is a brand new one that's exclusive to us. We feel very, very glad about that, actually. Tell us about the next song, Frozen. Speaking of Frozen, it's the middle of winter in New Zealand at the moment. How you doing temperature-wise?
Oh, we're not too bad at the moment. Been caught in the rain a bit too much. Walking around the city, it's been quite annoying. But yeah, Frozen. Well, I wrote that song. It's been about a year, I think, since I wrote that song. It's kind of about that awkward interaction where you kind of, when you see someone that you've had a bit of a history with, or that makes you feel a bit awkward when you're around, and you see them and you almost feel frozen in your tracks a bit, like you don't really know what to do. There's kind of, I'm trying to incorporate that feeling into the lyrics of the song almost.
Yeah, let's hammer through the music. Jack Bromwich, song 2 out of 4. Back with the artist straight after this.
So easily, but honey, now I'm free. You'd ask me once again, I'd walk away with no regret. Memories, voices, not to leave. Oh, if I told you what I thought was true, you'd walk off all alone, but I wouldn't want you gone. Memories, not to leave.
That is Jack Bromwich from Auckland. The song is called Frozen. Don't worry, New Zealand. Summer will come soon. Jack, great song, great music.
Thank you very much.
Now, the recordings, is it all you, or do you have a team?
Well, so for the first 3 that you're hearing today, I did myself. And then I believe he might be listening in at the moment, but the last song, the new single, was recorded by the amazing Roman Benson. He also plays guitar in my backing band. he produced it, and he's got it sounding really, really nice. It's super, super exciting. I'm super excited for you guys to hear it at the end.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. We're almost there, actually. So let's go hammer out this music. This next song is Estate. If you can tell us what the song is about in a couple of words, that'd be great.
Yeah, I wrote Estate a while ago as well from my old album Take Flight, kind of about, coming to terms with the fact that some people in your life just aren't the best people, about some toxic relationships, I guess, and just realizing that sometimes it's best to just move on with your life and leave all that bad stuff behind.
You heard it from the artist Jack Bromwich, sharing his music here. Song 3 out of 4. Don't go anywhere. The exclusive track to Kiwi Radio is going to be with your ears in a moment. Kiwi Radio. Jack Bromwich is our second guest for tonight. If people want to catch you live, where can they find you?
Oh, God, if you want to come see us live, we're playing at Galatos on August the 17th. Free entry and free drinks and free pizza, I believe, as well, at that gig.
Wait, what? Free pizza?
Yeah, for a competition called Dig the Gig.
A competition called Pizzagate?
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Now, is it a play on the event Pizzagate or the
Might be,
conspiracy?
but yeah, I think it's like from a sponsorship or something. I think Sal's Pizza sponsor them, so they're gonna make the most of that.
I thought maybe you're talking about the Pizzagate theory. Maybe you were. I don't know. Well, let's get to the exciting part of the show. Now, it's not often that Kiwi Radio gets an exclusive for a new song, but we have one right here. Should we do a drum roll?
I reckon we should do a drum roll.
I don't actually have the sound effect for drum roll.
Oh.
I need to add a drum roll sound effect. But, welcome, everybody, to Kiwi Radio. We have a brand new exclusive from Jack Bromwich. Take it away, Jack. Intro the song. Why are you excited about this one? You said you were excited. Tell us.
I'm super hyped for this one. It's we've got the full band playing on it. I'll give them a cheeky shout out.
Yeah, please.
We've got Roman Benson producing and guitar, Max Harris on bass, and Alex Beatty on drums. It's a song called "Nothing to You." It's an exciting song. It's hopefully you guys like it. We don't know when it's coming out yet. In fact, I think this is probably only the second time I've listened to this mix ever that you guys are about to hear. So it's very exclusive. I just got it like 10 minutes before we got on.
That's so cool. It's so fun to be releasing music, isn't it, in 2023?
It's so great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hope to hear from you more. Email me if you've got any other things you want to promote and plug. And we'll certainly keep an eye and an ear out for Jack Bromwich, who you can go check out live at Galatos, 17th of August. Apparently free pizza. I'm actually checking it out now at the Galatos website, galatos.co.nz. And yes, you're right. It is part of a competition. So that's even better because, with a bit of friendly competition, it means everyone's going to try and bring their, best game, right? So you're going to be with a band on that one, right?
We are with the band.
Wow. And it's a freebie. It doesn't even cost you anything. Maybe the petrol on the way there. It might cost you the bus ticket. Did you know that I caught a bus the other week? And it's been like 7 years since I caught a bus. And they're like, we don't accept cash, old man. And I was like, what? You don't accept cash? So
we got stuck in Botany because of that. We went to Monaco for some reason. And then on the way up, we were in Botany to catch a connecting bus and they wouldn't take cash. So we had to wait for about 2 hours.
Wait, you didn't think to catch an Uber or something? I mean, that's what the kids are doing now, or maybe hire a scooter. I don't know.
I mean, we were gonna get an Uber, but I thought it'd be so expensive to get back from Boston.
Good times. Yeah, I'm definitely showing my age because when I was told that, I was just like mind blown. Dig the gig. Heat 3 R18, but a freebie. And you get free delicious Sal's pizza. Head over to galatos.co.nz for full details. That is a Thursday night for all you old people with jobs, but I'm sure it's worthwhile, especially the free pizza. You can't go wrong if you're in the vicinity of CBD. I hope you have a great gig and document it well, and
we will.
And yeah, have some fun with the Music Thang. Congratulations on this very exciting new release. And
thank you very much.
Jack Bromwich is the name. Check him out. Thank you, Jack, for being on the show. Stay cool, stay creative.
Thanks very much for having me.
That is closing off the show at 8 p.m. on the dot. It is the 1st of August. Can you believe it? Almost Christmas. Looking forward to summer. Coming very soon. Ralphie on the mic. Thank you for joining us, everybody. It's been a great turnout. We're up to 68 unique people now, so must be all Rowan's friends. I don't know. Kiwi Radio.
Down the hole for far too long. Waited for you. Then I see your hand. Down to lift me free. And it's not what I say that hurts me, but what I could pray is that heavens of today. So I need you. Are we free of these beasts? I can't see our way. So play on limits. Not what I say that hurts me. What I could be is that I nothing to you, everything to me. Nothing to you, everything to me. If I could see all that I could be, would you still love me?
All right, everybody. Hope you've had a great fun listening to New Zealand music this hour. That'll be closing off the live show. We are back next Tuesday and every Tuesday. That's 7 to 8 p.m. New Zealand time. So for all those people listening in the UK right now, I don't even know what time that is. Is it morning? I don't know. But look up New Zealand time, 7 p.m. Tuesday. Who do we have coming up on the show? We have Greg Conrad, Emily Alice, and Cool with a K. If you want to be part of the show, head along to instagram.com/kiwiradio.nz. Prove to me that you are a human. I get a lot of requests. I've actually set the account as private because with social media, there's just so many bots and scammers. I literally want to be, connecting with actual creatives and real people. So please prove to me that you're human. Or you can send us MP3 files on the email address. Now write it down, kiwiradio@proton.me. So kiwiradio@proton.me. Send me some music. We've got unlimited web space. We've got a really cool server that will just host all your back catalog and so much more. So yeah, keep tuning into Kiwi Radio for all the wonderful New Zealand music that you will uncover. Also tune into our sister radio station, upfm.co.nz, full spectrum dance music, everything from techno, trance, drum and bass, all that goodness, all the good stuff that makes you want to partay. Not pate, partay. I'm in a weird mood today. I don't know why, but I'm loving it. It's good to be alive and having fun, right? Well, that concludes the show. I am your host with the most. Tomorrow I'll be eating toast. You're listening to Kiwi Radio. See you next week with more terrible jokes. Have a good one. Have a good week. Stay cool. Stay creative, everyone. Thanks.